Hey, it's your girl, Makisha Clayton Lead, favorite day of the week. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're so excited for you tuning in with the Dumping Ground. I always want to start off saying thank you, each and every person who rocks with us, who likes, follows, shares, subscribe, all those amazing words that we use in this YouTube world. We appreciate you so much from the bottom of our hearts, right? Our vision is to build a network with business owners, nonprofits to collaborate and help market their brands. That's why we're here, right? And of course, the Dumper Ground has a quote that we use and we're super excited about because it comes from our Dr. Martin Luther King that says, everybody can be great because anybody can serve. What? Let's say that one more time for the people in the back. Everybody can be great because anybody can serve. And he basically said, you don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject and verse agree to serve. You only need a heart full of grace. Yeah, and a soul generated by love. Now that's what I'm talking about. So make sure you out here in your community serving your people, serving where are you at. Make sure you're serving. Make sure you're serving, right? Again, we're here because we have our amazing business owners, nonprofits who comes and collaborates with us. And of course, we couldn't do it no better than this SISS curricula, MISS curricula, IS curricula, humpback, I. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like that Mississippi blood. This young lady that I have today. Super excited to be able to share the platform with her. I've known her for some time, and we're excited that the journey that she's on so she could come and share her story, celebrating her wins with her. We're super excited. I would have never, I learned some new things about her from her bio. She said it all the time. I was like, girl, I didn't even know that. And she was like, I didn't. She is and she started off in music in public school teaching, right? She was a teacher, right? Like her mom and her dad. Like she followed in that footstep for teaching. It's super cool how we said we ain't gonna be like our parents and we end up transforming into parents. And now she has a business. She has a master's in music. Oh my gosh. Again, all these amazing things you find out about people when they write their bio up and script up. So today, I just want to say thank you, Nicole Brandon, for stopping and stumping with the dumping ground. All your accolades, we salute you out here doing what you're doing with your business, and we just we couldn't be so proud to be able to share this moment with you, Miss Nicole Brandon.
Definitely. I'm excited.
I'm so excited for you and how you came up with your names. Miss B's on the keys. Oh, that is so dope. And it
Uh,
fits you so perfectly. I'm just excited again. Thank you so much for joining us today on the dumping ground. So I'll let you give us a little bit about yourself. I try to give you a little cool little intro, but I'm gonna let you lay it down a little bit more.
everybody knows me by Nicole Brandon, and some
Mhm.
people find out about Emily Nicole
I
Brandon.
know, right?
Yeah, but most people in the community now just know me as Mrs. B. And
Mhm.
and I'm originally from Columbus, Mississippi, where I grew up, and decided to go into music education later in my college career. And a whole career change or degree change, but I'm glad that I did switch that path.
Yes,
And
yes.
so it got me to where I am today. But I'm happily married for 20 years to Alexander Brandon. And so that's how we got the B.
Yes, yes,
Brandon.
yes, yes.
We have two kids. We have Taylor and AJ in future um, Mississippi College.
I know, graduate.
And
Oh,
yeah,
no,
and, so,
yes.
and then we have AJ who is 9. So it's a big separation, but hey, we're happy. We're ready for it. But other than that, I've been teaching in some kind of way for a little bit over 20 years in the classroom, K-12, and now in a private, like almost music school setting. That's what I call my business, a music school, and where we have group sessions and we have individualized sessions for students that come in. Yeah.
Are you still singing with that beautiful voice of yours?
I am. I'm still saying. I actually have to sing this coming weekend. Yes, for Mother's Day for my mother. But I
Oh, for your
slowly,
mom?
yes,
Oh
yes, yes, just a
my God.
little bit. Not as much as I used to, because I'm so busy as an entrepreneur right now. But soon, I have. Those are some of my goals to be able to step away and let other people do some of the work for me.
Oh, I
So,
remember you would sing Whitney Houston's song, and you were the only one that I ever known beside Whitney Houston that can hit those high notes.
oh,
I
look,
remember it was just like it just it just was flawless. Like you know how people have to practice to
yeah,
do that. No,
yes,
you will not have to practice at
yes.
all. It would just automatically. Everybody would love for what was it? I want to run. Was it I want to run to you or what was it?
No, it was what is the name of that song?
Greatest love.
I used to do the greatest love of all, and also I will always love you.
I
That
will
was
always love you.
yeah,
Oh yes, that's it. That was the one
that
that
was the
that
one.
was the one that girl. Listen,
Yes, yes,
Nicole,
yes.
Nicole, Nicole,
Hmm.
baby. Girl, you would, and this is no cap. This is no cap. This is just realness from when I remember sitting in the auditorium and you used to sing that song, and I'm just like, girl, like she can go somewhere with this voice, you know. At that point in time, we didn't know anything about American Idol or all of these platforms now that you can go to. But I was like, she could be a star. She could be a star. Like you were even then a star. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Because your range, it sounded like a perfect pitch. Like it was so dope.
yeah.
And again, no cap. I don't have nothing to gain. You ain't pay. This ain't no sponsorship.
Let
This
me
is
tell
just
you,
free, amazing.
I actually had a student to make it to American Idol.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she did. And after she did that, I think she did, or maybe before, she did Miss Mississippi and she went all the way to Miss America. She was one of my students. So I got to pass the torch along. Yeah, yeah. So that was really cool.
Well, look at you out here planting these seeds from and still doing it and like I said when I talk to you, you remind me of Miss Roseberg. Shout out to Miss Roseberg, Miss Dorothy Roseberg. Oh my God.
Yes,
I
yes.
remember the days and the opportunities where we were in third grade. We had to stay after school to
Hmm.
catch the ride, to go to piano lessons.
Hmm.
Me, you, Bridget Sanders. I remember all of those moments. Shout out to all those people. I hope you do
Yeah.
guys are doing amazing. But I remember we had to do that and look at the fruit of that and you it's like she passed you the mantle and that you are able to produce this
Yeah,
business
she
that
passed the torch a lot because she passed it to my dad first because she was his piano teacher, and then he, enrolled me with her mom and daddy enrolled me with Miss Roseberg, and dad taught me some as well. But right before I moved from my hometown down here to the Jackson area, I was actually playing organ with Miss Roseberg. She was the pianist and I was the organist at the church. And so that was pretty cool as well to
oh
have.
my god that listen Nicole that's a win. I know we were going to talk about win.
Yeah.
That's a major win for both of us, man, to be able to see you able to collaborate with the one who taught you on top of pass the torch to the next generation.
Mhm.
Dude, that is like major. You know what I'm saying? That's like a drop the mic moment. Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
I'm
Definitely.
so excited for you. So like tell me like how did you get into this industry? Like I mean, I know we came from third grade, but what
Mhm.
led you up to the moment of this is what I want to do, or this is what I need to do.
Yeah. So I had the light bulb in undergrad that I was in the wrong major, right? Because I was in nursing, and I thought I could change the world of diabetes. But then when I went across the yard to the music building, I said, "This is it. and went into the classroom and just enjoyed it. Got to teach in my hometown, and then the Lord said, "Okay, it's time for you and your husband to pick up and leave." And we had just had Taylor, and so we came down here to the metro area, and I loved it. I loved the schools that I was in, and got to create choral programs in different schools. And but once I got to my last school district, I just knew that that was it. I said, this is where I'm going to retire. Every teacher looks forward to that retirement of
Yes.
you get 28 years and you get that big check. And I said, oh, life is great, it's grand.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
all of a sudden, life did a switcheroo because of pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
pandemic was good for some, and it wasn't good for others, but it
Yeah.
was good to me.
Oh yeah.
And it made me realize that I could step out of that box, that I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't stuck in a classroom anymore. And through the internet, I said, they trained me to do all of this stuff online and look like Blue's Clues online all year. And I said, I can do this from my home. And
Mm-hmm.
so in this little office that I'm in now, I had a baby grand piano that was donated to me. And I set this very little MacBook right on the piano, little stand right beside or music stand beside me. And we started virtual lessons. And it kept growing. And to the point where when vaccinations came out, it was like, oh, Lord, you want me still to stay here? And he's like, yes, don't, because I was applying for jobs.
Yes.
I was trying to get into another school. And he said no. And every door kept shutting. And I would just cry. Oh, I would cry. And then I said, oh my gosh. I said, he wants me to stay here. And I said, but what am I going to do? And he gave me a number. And he said, this is how many you need to make it. And I was like, oh, okay. All right, I can do that. And I said, well, I'm just going to go with that number. He said 37. So, okay. Got 37, put a price tag on it, was well below the market, with my cost.
Yes. Yes.
And the first year was fine. Second year, numbers started to creep up, like doubling and tripling. and before I knew it, it was like, I can't have them going in and out of my
Mhm.
house.
Yes.
The association's going to get me.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when it was like, oh, it's time to move. And once he gave me that clearance and that peace within, it was like, okay, so where am I going to get the money? And he said, here you go. Here's a grant. Here's your business consultant. And the wheels start turning, and you think, oh, I can't afford being over there in that shopping center. I can't do that. And he said, yes, you can. And lo and behold, I was sitting in a shopping center that was so high end, I couldn't even afford the things that they were selling in
Mhm.
there. And so, and now it just keeps going. And I don't wear it's almost like Christmas every day, because he just shows me something new. It's like his brand new mercies every day, over and over.
Yes. Oh
So
my
that's,
God.
that, it was a progression. It wasn't just one day I woke up and it was like,
Yeah.
here it is.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It was a progression because I fought it.
Mm.
Because I was like, how am I going to give up? I'm almost at retirement age and I'm just going to leave the school system, you know. Um, I think my dad probably thought I was crazy. He'll tell me that. My mom, she says, baby, walk by faith.
You know your daddy. He probably
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
baby, I love you, but that's you
yeah,
want to get that
yeah,
check from the school system because you
exactly.
know what I did.
Yeah. And I said, well, Dad, I said, you got your years in, but this is a different time. I said,
Yeah,
we don't have to stay stuck in that classroom all the time. We can still make a difference in children's lives. I mean, even adult lives. I
absolutely.
mean, it's everyone,
Absolutely.
that you affect in the community. And so
Oh my
it's
God.
been a blessing.
I just think it's so cool that you like the third gener you your mom's a teacher, your dad's your mom retired as a teacher. Your dad retires as a teacher. You were trying to retire as a
Yeah.
teacher. God was like, I
Yeah.
love you, but no.
No, it's not
You
gonna
did what you're supposed to do, but this is the plan. That's the part they said. I remember they're saying, you tell God you make a plan and he laugh at it.
happen. You
Like,
don't
yeah, I don't think so.
no.
Like,
I
good try, friend. I
yeah,
appreciate you putting the effort in, but that's a no for me.
yeah.
It's like, no, this is. But the cool part is you still get this to do your passion, and you still get rewards from
Mhm.
doing your passion. So tell me, how did you come? I remember you telling me the story how you
Yes.
came up with the business name, but tell people how you came up with the business name.
Oh, so once we got the number that we
Mhm.
used to survive with to make the ends meet in the house, we were sitting there eating supper one evening, and I said, I don't know what we're gonna name the business. And so everybody started talking, and Taylor said, I got it, Mama. She says it's Miss B on the keys. And so of course they do the little, I guess they call them big emojis or what.
Mhm.
And I'm sliding across the keys. And she thought she had done something great, and she had gotten a little logo for me.
Yes.
And so people just ate it up, and it just came right from just sitting there as a family eating dinner together one night, and we stuck with it, and we sat there, we brainstormed, and with the logo we had to have some little slogan,
Yes.
finding meaning through melody, and Alex thought of that. And so once we got a commercial spot, it's a matter of just putting that logo really into the real deal. And so that's how we came up
Absolutely.
with it, with the
I
help of everybody.
I
So
just think it's so cool that you got them involved into, and the
oh yeah.
great thing I see you could pass that legacy down to one of your kids. Like, now it may be the little boy because the
Maybe.
daughter,
Mm. Yeah, she wants to be, the journalist, and the
oh,
F1 racer journalist. Yeah. Uh-huh.
yes.
And so we'll see. She might get turned around like her mama and
That's
say,
what I
"Hey."
said. So that's why I said we have a plan. We show God our plan, and he laughed like, "Okay, great, we love you."
They're both musically inclined. I mean,
Yes, I
because
know they are.
plays oboe and clarinet, and she sings well. She can teach music theory better than me. And AJ, he plays piano. And he loves to sing, loves to sing. So, oh, my drummer boy, he is my drummer boy. He does
Your
play drums.
mama. I mean,
Just
look at you.
naturally.
Your mama's so talented. I'm sure it's passed down.
Yes. Alex would say it was his genes with the music.
We'll give
But
him
he'll get
this. We'll
yeah.
give him the nod. Like, okay, brother.
Oh yeah. He'll sing in the
Okay.
choir at church, but that's about
Just to
it.
keep the peace in the house. Okay,
Yeah.
brother.
He's so funny because he's like my handyman, at the studio. And
Yes.
so he comes and he calls himself Mr. Al.
Oh my.
And he'll get us every time. He'll walk us to some of the lessons like, what time did our lessons start? Y'all owe Mr. Al. And so, but he got me the other day. You know how your phone, it glitches and it doesn't save the contacts, and his work number was not saved
Oh
again.
my god. Oh my god.
And he said, heard y'all have piano and voice lessons over there, and they got that Miss B, and I think I need to come in and do a vocal audition. He
Oh,
just breaks out singing, and I'm just
oh
like,
my.
sir, no, sir, we need to come face to face. But he's funny. That's why I've been with him for 20 plus years. That's
Oh, I know all three of them jokers got a sense of humor.
yes,
So already, we all in this
yes.
that 96 boat. We all come with that sense of humor, boy. We all
Yeah.
something was with that class of 96. Shout out to class of 96. All of us got some kind of sense of humor, boy. We
Oh,
are
definitely.
something different. That class is something different. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes,
We all got some humanism in every last one of us.
yes.
I think it was the Kern McGee water.
It might have been. That was something right there.
Remember, remember we were when the school system was split. You know,
Yeah.
we had the BO Lehigh side, and then we went to Caldwell. So we
Yes.
was on Lehigh side. They probably was in the water, baby. By that time,
Mm-hmm. We won't talk about 96, even though I was the Mighty Mighty class of 97. But
no, no. We love you guys, but we had to come first, friend. It's all good. It's oh, so this is so cool, man. So you get to do something you enjoy every day. You get to that is such a blessing because most people hate their job.
yes, I don't call it a job. When somebody says, "Where are you going?" I don't say to work. I say, "Hey, I'm going to the studio." And they're like, "Oh, you're going to your happy place." I say, "Yes, I am." Yeah. When you walk in, it's like I love it when people say, "I feel something in here," and I
Oh,
say, "Does it feel like home?" And they
I
say, "Oh yeah." It's so it's comforting, you know.
love
But
that.
it's nothing but the Holy Spirit in those
Oh
walks.
my God.
I think I have been visited by a couple of angels,
I'm
like,
sure you have.
and, and they just come out of nowhere, and they're and it's some, you know how you some people you just don't interact with, not because of how they look in,
Yeah,
you just don't see, you
right,
know,
right,
them
right.
coming into your life. And I'll never forget at my old commercial location, this man, he came to the door and I was in there just practicing on the piano by myself in the middle of the day. He came in and he knelt down. He knocked on the door and I opened it immediately, and I usually don't. And he came and he said, "I need to pray with you." And he knelt down. It was this big white guy. He was like all scruffy. And I was like, "Who is this guy?" And I didn't even feel nervous. Grabbed
Mm.
my hand and he knelt down by that piano. He started praying over me and my family and the business. And I never saw that angel again. And
Oh,
it happened again, a whole different person, probably about 3 months ago. And it, the what he was saying, there was no way he could have known
oh my God.
that was going on in those walls. And so it was just amazing. But uh having the chance to just continue to do what I love to do, I still get to go into the schools.
That's what
And
I'm
so,
saying.
like with the opera, I consult with them. And so we'll take children's opera in, like we'll take, like for instance, we did the Birmingham musicians, right? And so we did a whole thing talking about it's okay to be you. And it was just different excerpts from different classical pieces put into this one children's opera. And we got to go around to all of the local schools. Well, I should say in the central Mississippi area. And then a big win for us this past month is that we were able to contract into a private school setting to help high functioning special needs children.
Oh my God.
So we are super excited. So we're taking in a team of teachers, music educators for 2 weeks. And we're going to do summer camps with them and hopefully be able to set up some kind of curriculum for them so that they can offer music.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it's growing. So we're just not stuck in the studio. We get to venture out into the schools
Oh.
in the community. Yeah, yeah. So
Man, Nicole, that is your story is so inspiring to other people to be able to pursue what you like to do and allow God to lead you into that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think what we do is I was listening to a pastor, he was saying, "Oh, Dr. Miles Monroe," he says, "We go write a plan and send it to God and ask God to bless it first without even consulting God and asking him
Mhm.
what is his plan for my life." And then we get mad that he won't bless the plan that we wrote out.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
But that
Oh,
wasn't a plan that he orchestrated for you to have.
no.
And
I
so,
have I've learned during this process that you can't be rushed with
mm,
it, because if you rush, you're gonna mess it up.
Yeah.
because it's his plan.
Mm-hmm.
So I just sit here and wait. And I don't even like with the teachers that are coming into, work with the students nowadays. Sometimes I worry. I was like, well, Lord, are you sending all these students? Who gonna teach them?
Mm.
Be able to trust these people. Teach me that process. And he said, you just wait, and they will come. And every time they do, they come. I just ask them, be like, Lord, I really need a strings teacher. I really do right now. But I need a percussion teacher. I need a brass. I got my brass and percussion. I said, but he gonna send that string teacher. I already know.
Oh my God.
And it's just amazing how even the students that I'm teaching, how they bring people in and how we're touching their lives. Um, and they come in from all walks of life. Oh my gosh. It's
God.
something. It is amazing. And the kids come in, they're excited, but the adults too. And they sometimes it might be a bucket list thing for them. Sometimes it with the adults, it's just an outlet. Because we have
Mm-hmm.
doctors and lawyers. I even had a funeral home director. I, a court deputy. I
Oh
mean, the
my
go
God.
on and on. And I'm like, why are these people coming to me?
Mm-hmm.
Why do they need this in their life?
Mm-hmm.
And they start expressing to me, this is my outlet. I
Oh my
need
God.
this for myself. It's where I can be
Mm.
myself and not have to be in that world while I'm trying to help revive somebody in the ER or that
Yeah.
stress. They get to kind of breathe. And that's a great thing too. So all of them just benefit. And I love my retirees. They're funny. They're these little ladies, and they love on each other. I love on them, and it's so many adults now. We have to have a separate recital for them. Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
they're cute too.
Oh,
They're
this is so amazing, Nicole. Oh my God, this is just touched my heart. So cool, man, that you are touching lives and get to do what you like to do in the process, man. I mean, this is absolutely amazing, man. I love it so much. So tell me this: how would you encourage someone who is looking for the next? um like you had a career change, a degree change and all this different thing. How would you encourage them for their next, and they're trying to search for it? What would you, how would you encourage that person?
I would really, first of all,
Mm-hmm.
pray about it.
Mm-hmm.
This is the right step for you to take. Because sometimes we do want to go ahead and jump and leap before it's time. But for me, I guess pray about it and wait on the answer from him to start off. And then once he gives you that peace from within, to me, that's God saying, okay, girl, it's time to move ahead. Okay. And then once you get that, you start equipping yourself with things to get your plan in place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then from there, just taking your time and just being prayerful and thoughtful and not be afraid. Don't be
Mm.
afraid because it was scary.
Oh,
It was
imagine.
so Alex always jokes and he says, yeah, this is my wife who quit her job. He used to say that all the time and he would laugh, but he didn't understand how big it was going to get and where it's going to go because we
Mhm.
don't know. I mean,
I can
but
imagine.
every year it just keeps building and don't take on too much you can chew after you start your process. um,
Mhm.
don't overwork yourself. Once you get in, I thought I had to conquer it all and I had to teach every day and I wore myself out.
Mhm.
And I had to back off and I had to know when it was time to separate business from my personal life, my
Mhm.
family, taking care of myself.
Yeah.
You have to take care of yourself in order to make this stuff work too,
Mhm.
because you will be very, very tired and fatigued, and you don't want that either. So, but those are some of the little tidbits of information I would say, as you start developing. But That initial thing, I stayed on my knees, still do.
Mm.
But staying in prayer, even with your family members, those people that are your close, friends, your small circle that you connect with, and let them be your support system.
Mhm, mhm.
Because I couldn't have done it without a good support system there, just helping me along the way. And and some people will fall to the wayside, and your feelings will get hurt and your heart, everything, and but it's part of the process. And from those things that rip your heart out, sometimes you
Mhm, mhm.
grow and
You
you become a better person. You become a more educated entrepreneur, because I didn't go to school to be an entrepreneur. I went to school to be a music teacher. I thought I would be dealing with choirs or these little bitty babies in circles singing, little songs, and it didn't happen that way. Yeah, so it's just some of the things I've gone through.
think this is so cool, man. You just don't understand. I just think it's like my brain keep going back to us when we were little, and it's like I would have like for me like from piano. I haven't played the piano, and no. This is the funniest story. So Miss Roseberg taught me, my sister Sheila, and my sister Teresa.
Mhm.
Um, and so when my daughter was growing up, I asked her, "Did you want to learn how to piano?" No, I want to play the piano. When you to be piano? Okay, great. Do you know Ariel went to college for music and learned how to play the piano?
It just took somebody else, didn't it?
I said, "Girl, you have two
Mhm.
aunties who play the piano and a mama who play
Oh,
the piano, and you gonna go to college to learn how to play the piano?" Girl,
yeah,
she be on the keys, like singing on the, I mean, just singing on the keys. I said, Lord, you so funny. I said, oh my God, it's so scary. Like, so, cause I'm the doo-wop pop girl. Listen, I don't ever have to lead a song ever in life. Just give me the harmonizing note a
yes,
couple of
yes,
times, because I might forget, but a couple of times, I'm just telling you the truth, set you free, right? I want my freedom. You gonna might
yes,
have to get to me a couple times. I might have to record it just to get it down in my heart and soul, right?
yes,
I'm
yes,
okay with being a harmonizing person to get on the note. You know what I'm saying?
yes, yes,
I, but my husband and my daughter, they always been the ones on the front stage. All that I didn't want to. I didn't want to. That never been my story. Even
yes,
even being here, I said, God, you're funny because I would have never wanted. How did you orchestrate this? Like I was
yes.
okay with helping Kevin pushing his stuff and
Mhm.
doing his stuff and aerial stuff. I was perfectly okay with that. And all of a sudden you said, "No, but this is what I call you to do." I'm like, "Huh?
Yes,
Me?
yeah, yeah. I'm the cream of the
Uh,
crop.
uh."
Yes,
I was
yes.
like, "Moses,
Mhm.
you sure you ain't talking about my brother or my
Yeah.
sister?
Oh
You
yeah, yeah.
already know these different elements that I
It's
deal
so
with."
hard. It's so hard to change. It was like even when I was younger, you talked about it. I was always up front doing it. I was the opposite of you. I was always up front. So,
Yes, you
and doing
was.
it. And then as the seasons were changing, I had it was hard because I had to sit back. And I
Mhm.
wasn't the one that was singing all the solos and doing this. And I was like, Lord, what you doing? I was
Mhm.
like, I'm always up there singing.
Mhm.
And and so then I kind of got a little comfortable, and I said, well, I'll sit back in the choir. Ain't gonna bother me none. But it started to mess with me. And I
Mhm.
said, Lord, I said, I'm not using the gift you gave me correctly. You told me
Mhm.
you wanted me to sing, and you're gonna do this, and that. I thought. Hmm. But I I had to come to a realization that wasn't the plan, his plan. And it completely shifted. And now I see where all the people coming in at. I see I see how the gift and the talent is just going forth, and like you said, planting the seeds, and you're just seeing it. Even one of my teachers, He's one of the students that I taught when I
I
first started.
remember you saying that.
Here he is teaching, and I just, and that's just not the only thing he does. You know, he has a law degree. I mean, it's just amazing how God just orchestrates everything. And who would have thought, out of all those kids I taught at Columbus High School, one would come back and help me to do the job that God has just placed on my heart to do. And but every time I look at Ty, I just shake my head. I said, "Boy, you make me feel so old." But he just laughs. He's like, "You're not old. You were. It was your first year teaching."
Right, right.
Yeah, but that's my baby. That was my first baby, even though.
I love it so much. So how can people connect with you and connect with your business, or if they're looking for a vocal coach, or what do they need to do? What's your process?
So all you have to do is just get in contact with us through our website, mrsbeyondthekeys.com, or you can get on Facebook or Instagram. We're there to connect with us. You can send a message through the website or send us a message through one of those other social media platforms. But what we would do, we would set up a assessment. If it's vocal, piano, woodwinds, whatever you got, because we got flute, clarinet, saxophone. And once we do the assessment, we just want to get to know you. It's nothing you can prepare for, anything like that. So you could be at ground zero wanting to do something with an instrument. And then we set up a time for you to come in to the studio. Or if you're like all the way across the world somewhere, we do offer virtual lessons as well.
Cool, man.
Yeah, because that's how it all started. We were in the midst of the pandemic, and so everything was virtual, and it was just me doing maybe with my 37 students. Yeah, so yeah,
Cool.
and then we just set up, and we're open Monday through Friday, and so we can set up times with you. We'll be happy to help you out.
So it's so funny story. My daughter teaches vocals lessons.
She needs to be one of my vocal coaches. She could be one of my virtual ones.
I'll send you her information. She my mentor daughter, she so crazy. I just saw how God just connected that. That is so funny. Yes, she's been mental training her for probably about a year now.
Oh wow. Yes.
Virtual.
Yes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yes, it works. It works.
It works.
And
And
then even as a vocal coach, you know, I even continue my education because I have to have vocal coaching myself. I mean, I'm classically trained vocally since the age of 12.
oh my God.
But I still have to. I had a coaching section. Somebody was coaching me just last week because I'm singing this coming weekend. But I have to have another ear and to just help me out. I'm always open to growth, no matter what it is. Yeah.
And don't you have perfect pitch?
I ain't gonna take it that far now.
Oh, I remember them telling you you had perfect pitch.
I was so funny because as I'm preparing for to minister on next week, it's for every mountain. And it's pretty high and it modulates, and I had to take it down a few notches, but just a few steps, maybe about a step and a half. But yeah, I'm making it through. But you know, after you hit, you know, knocking on 46, thank you, Lord, for getting me that far. But and having two children, your voice changes a little bit.
I
Yeah.
still think you got perfect pitch, bro. I don't know why you're trying to, but I'm gonna let you have the modesty and all of the. I'm humble myself.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I guess I hadn't lost it because one of my students, she came in when I was practicing. She said, "Miss B," she said, "Oh, you just sing so well to be one of my youngest teachers that I have." And I said, "Well, how old do you think I am?" She said, "Well, I got this old teacher that's 60 something, and then my math teacher, she's 45. But you," she said, "you're 27." I said,
Okay,
"Really?"
listen, yeah. You will never part, right?
I said, "Oh my gosh." I said, "Sweetheart," I said, we add about 20 years to that. And she was in total shock.
That is
But
so
you just
cool.
have to love them. Yes. But I'll
Yes.
take them too. Yeah.
That is so funny. Yes. I remember them saying that, Nicole. I promise you I do. But all right. I'm excited. So you have to go to your mom's church, home church in Mississippi this weekend?
She's actually a guest speaker at another church.
Oh.
On Saturdays, Salem Seventh-day Adventist Church is having a program that Saturday morning.
Okay.
So she's going to be speaking there, and so
Oh, Miss Taylor, go Miss Taylor.
oh yeah, she loves to talk. I tell her she's a preacher. Because she's something else, honey. I say, honey, you walking right there with them, and so but she's excited.
I'm
She is.
excited for you guys, man.
Yeah.
I really love your family. Your family has always been your dad. Oh my God. I remember many days your dad teaching me, my niece. Oh my God. I love Mr. Taylor. His class was, he used to make his class so fun. Like you
Oh,
would love to go in Mr. Taylor class. He wasn't like no boring teacher.
yeah.
Him and it was just amazing to be he being our teacher and stuff.
Yeah.
And I know Shamil remembers because he came to Shamil high school graduation party, and he had her letter when she said she wanted to be a doctor. He kept it. Your dad is so
Oh,
your dad your parents are truly beacons of Columbus, Mississippi. They
they
are
really are.
truly are
Really are.
people that he always had the love of Christ. I mean, you can see. And on the time I didn't like him when he was at Coleman, he used to be that scary person on during the Halloween time. And even for Miss Dorothy, Miss
Yeah.
Rose, he used to scare. I hated that. That was the only time he
He won't do that with his grandchildren now. He
all
won't do
through
that.
them hallways, and he used to
Oh yeah.
scare us. I did not like that.
Oh,
But
well, I'm gonna tell you, they're still in the schools because
oh
mama
my
still
goodness.
is, and she actually goes back sometimes, part time and
Oh, nice.
and dad, he's always into the science fair stuff and
I love
everything
that.
with the kids. So, he still plays a little active role. Both of them.
Yeah, and I remember he used to be Santa Claus. I did not like with him. I'm telling you, honey. First of all, I never did the scary. I don't do scary movies because I don't play with the devil. Because
Oh,
he gets
mm-mm.
no love. I be straight up throwing blows with the blood of Jesus. Don't play with me. I don't play with you. You stay in your lane. I stay in my lane. We cool. You cool. Just
Crazy.
over here, right? So every time I used to hate every time he used to bust out that closet when she's teaching. It was a man who then woo. Oh, I used to hate that song. It's like church. I'll jump out that closet. I'm like, oh
No,
my
no.
god, oh
Mm.
my god, that's crazy. But yes, I
Yeah.
thank you so much, Nicole. This has been so
Oh, yeah.
fun, man. We got
I know.
we got to have you back on 9 months from now to see your growth. We see your win for you being a part
Yeah.
of this school, being able to do this program for our special
Mhm,
babies. Oh my God. I'm super
mhm.
excited to hear how that pans out. I'm
Yeah.
excited for you guys, you, Alex, also your kids. Oh my God, your daughter graduating, your son, your 9-year-old baby. Nine, he's 9, right? He's
He's 9. That's my little girl.
ooh,
Yeah, that's AJ. Yeah.
your baby boy. Oh my God. I'm surprised you guys didn't have triplets. Like,
Don't say that.
I
No.
didn't say,
No.
matter
We're
of fact, none of them had triplets, right? None of
no,
the brothers have. Okay, that's okay.
no multiples. And it was gonna be a strong chance with us because
Right,
Alex was a triplet, and then
right,
my
right.
grandfather on my father's side was a trip. I mean, a twin. And
Mm-hmm.
so twins are very, very prominent on our side.
Right,
But
right, right.
I said, "Thank you, Lord.
Okay. Phew.
You. I can only handle one at a time without me."
Absolutely, baby. You don't have listen. That's why I agree. I'm 100% agree. I salute you, mom, for being super mom, entrepreneur mom, super wife, entrepreneur wife. Those are some major hats to carry. So I salute you for being
Yeah.
awesome and walking in each and every one of those roles. I play nothing but blessings over you and
Yeah.
your business and your brand as you continue to sow these seeds into our babies and our adults, and they come back and show you that Coach B out here rooting them on to be all they can be in the music industry, even wherever they're doing their music at, what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
so grateful for you and this connection, and I wish you nothing but success and
Thank
that you continue
you.
winning all in every area of your life, friend. Just
Yes,
keep
thank
winning.
you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
You are welcome, and I cannot wait to connect with you in 9 months to see
Yes.
your growth, and we will chatter with you then.
Alrighty. Thanks again.
Bye.
Bye.